Hi YouTube souls, it's Corvus Bruxo and this is Spanish Witchcraft 101. I'm really excited to start this section. I had some people asking me about Spanish witchcraft and I'm just a learner, I just started. But I thought, why don't you learn with me at the same time? At least a sneak peek of what I'm reading and learning about Spanish traditional witchcraft. So this section will be about not just Spanish, but Iberian, Pyrenean, even Southern French, historical witchcraft, folklore, fairy tales, whatever from the medieval times and post-Middle Ages witchcraft and folklore. And it will be very exciting, I'm sure about it. So this is a disclaimer, I am not a long-time practitioner, I'm learning, I make this for you to learn with me. That means that if I make mistakes, I will make you make mistakes and I will have to apologize and correct it. Here I will also recommend some resources, but I warn in advance that most of them will be in Spanish. It's not because of me, I would provide English resources, but most of them are non-existent, basically. Yeah, so the Spanish thing is more referring to me rather than to the practice. I will give sneak peeks of information on Spanish historical witchcraft and folklore in the different cultures, because Spain encompasses different local cultures such as Catalan, Galician, Castilian, etc. If I find something about Portuguese witchcraft, which is something that I have never ever encountered, I will add it as well. I just didn't want to call this Iberian witchcraft because it's a little bit longer and a little bit more difficult to pronounce for me. But please understand that I will add everything that is included in my craft, including things from other countries. When so, and if I know, I will specifically tell that it's something from other countries. And I will give the cultural background as much as I can. Also have in mind that this is a completely open-minded section about witchcraft and folklore, which means that I will include pagan times beliefs, Christian beliefs or Catholic beliefs, and Satanic or the Catholic vision of Satanic beliefs. Okay? So yeah, now for real, let's get started on this. For this first video, I wanted to focus or to tell about one of the main concepts in Spanish and Basque witchcraft, at least from the 17th century and on, which is the Akelarre. The Akelarre is basically the witch's Sabbath in Basque language. I asked, because I had doubts about whether to use Akelarre for the witch's Sabbath or for the covens, because nowadays the same word in Spanish is used both ways or either way, especially from the international media and pop culture that had been coming to Spain lately and have translated coven as Akelarre. So I had doubts and I asked a professional translator and writer who pretty much studied Basque witchcraft and folklore throughout all of her life, and she has written several books. She is TOTI MARTINEZ de LEZEA, and according to her, the term Akelarre comes from, and help me out with this because I don't know how to pronounce this, Meadow of the male goat. It was where the Inquisitor Valle Alvarado. I have my laptop there to provide all the information that I have to look up for, okay? So yeah, in 1609, the Inquisitor Valle Alvarado went to Zugarramurdi to investigate witch cases and witch allegations and accusations. And he was taken to Miro, I will pronounce it like that until you correct me if necessary, that it was where witches gathered to worship the devil in the witches' Sabbath. He was shocked apparently, and he took the name that in Basque language, Miro of the male goat would be called Akelarre, and hence the term Akelarre came up out of nowhere. Apparently many of the accused ones, even if confessed witches, never understood the word Akelarre. There's another theory about coming from a certain herb that was very used in Spanish or Basque herbalism, but since many of the accused people didn't even know or didn't even understand the word, like it's not a word that was really used, you know. And so according to the LEZEA, if the person that took this inquisitor to the Miro would have taken to any other famous place of witches gatherings or assemblies, we would have another name for Basque and later the Spanish gatherings. It wouldn't be Akelarre, it would be another word. But we have this word, it has been famous, very used, popularized, whatever, and that's the one that we use now. So yeah, that's what an Akelarre is. It can be written either in Basque, which is like this, or in Spanish, that is like this. The Akelarres or Witches' Sabbath has been immortalized in some of Goya's paintings. In these Akelarres, witches apparently worshipped the devil in the form of a black male goat under the name of AKER belts. And AKER belts basically means that in Basque language, black male goat. And here I show you one example of these paintings. Dark and intense, isn't it? But yeah, so regarding the Witches' Sabbath, the Basque Witches' Sabbath, and the flight to it, which is one famous part of any Witches' Sabbath, how witches flew to the Sabbath, either in spirit or in physical form, with the flying ointment and all the stuff. I read from Margaret Murray, which is a not so reliable source, but I will mention her. In her book, The God of the Witches, apparently there was a French judge under the name of, spare my soul if I mispronounce this because it's French, Pierre Delanque. He said that the witches, the Basque witches, when they were in the Sabbath, used to scream Emen Hetan, and if I mispronounce that as well, I don't speak Basque, so Emen Hetan, but apparently it's a mispronunciation and the correct term would be Emen Hetan, but you know, screaming very quick, he misheard the term, and apparently it means here and there. So even in folklore, Basque witches flew physically and gathered physically. Emen Hetan, I don't know why I pronounced that in English. Sorry. Emen Hetan would basically maybe be like a spell or something that when they were being wrapped with their ointments would produce the flying effect, or maybe an altered state of consciousness, and they would be claiming to meet the devil on a different plane, or we're not sure. It's part of the dead folklore, the parts that we don't know about the specifics. But yeah, it suggests that even if they gathered physically, they try to be here and there at the same time. So yeah, my mobile phone basically ran out of space and the video cut off before I could say goodbye. That's all on the first video of Spanish Witchcraft 101, and especially focused on the Basque Witches Sabbath and the later Spanish Witches Sabbath in general. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was interesting for you. I hope you're looking forward to learning more, and because of that, because you're learning with me, leave me what you think in the comments below, and if you have any questions, doubts, whatever, in the comments below, or PM me. Like if you like the video, dislike if not, and if you want to know more about Spanish or Iberian witchcraft historically and practically for today, please subscribe to keep updated. There will be many more videos, I hope, on Spanish Witchcraft 101. I am loving this section already, and it's been so much fun. So thanks for watching. May the gods and spirits watch over you, and bye.